Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2017 and our European Journeyman series with Monaco. Now today we have got to try and recover ourselves really from the defeat we suffered against PSG in the league in our last game. A heartbreaking 2-1 defeat at home courtesy of a 91st minute winner from Mauro Icardi. A result that we really didn't deserve. We should have won that game. It should have been us who got the late goal in that one. But it went to PSG and it has blown the title race wide open. We are now 1 point off the top. Lyon are just 1 point behind us. And Marseille in fourth, the only unbeaten team left in the league, just 3 behind us. So it's all very close and packed together at the top of the table, 16 games in. Most of that because of our poor form in the last few episodes. We've did quite well to begin with, and then it just dropped off with a whole series of draws, and then that defeat to PSG. So today we're focusing all on the cup competitions. We've got a game against Bayern Munich in the Champions League group, but we have already won that Champions League group, so it's mostly about seeing if we can knock Bayern out and give Inter Milan a helping hand into the next round. We then have the FIFA Club World Cup, where we should progress to the final and probably win that competition. So that will be another brand new piece of trophy, or trophy in our trophy cabinet. Something to look forward to there. And if things go to plan, we will then play Guingamp. There is a game against Lujan Crezo, I think is how you pronounce that, but I have no idea. They will be the 5th game if there is that far ahead. And then looking ahead next episode, we've also got games against Bordeaux, Nice and Angers. So lots to look forward to. All cup competitions, we should go up to the end of the year really. I think the Club World Cup will finish on the following Saturday from that, and then next episode we'll kick off the January transfer window. So plenty to look forward to, but let's get into this game with Bayern. Bit of a dead rubber unless we can try and knock them out of the competition, which would be quite nice. We're putting a strong team out there with Boris leading the line, Hazard on the left, Bernardo Silva on the right, Pineda, Cook and Thiago Maia in midfield with Sidibe, Hellemons, Vallejo and Fabinho the back four. Mifsud still in goal with Nezovic out injured. Free kick from Bernardo Silva about 20 minutes in. Vallejo can't win the header and Maia hasn't got to that ball. Here's Kingsley Coman, a dangerous player to have running at you. He's found Lewandowski. Muller played in. Diakate over. It's come to Greoto and Muller at the back stick has just touched it into the empty net. A clinical counter-attack from Bayern. A bit of good fortune at the end, but they have stolen a lead. Fabinho to Cook. Back to Fabinho, ball sent to the back post, Boris can't get there, Pineda down, and Bernardo Silva's hit the woodwork. That's the difference there, the fortune Bayern had and the lack of fortune for us. Corner being taken by Bernardo Silva, put to the back stick, and it is knocked down, but Cook gets there, and the end of the highlight has come. We've yet to have a shot on target. This has been a real problem recently, and we might need to invest in a top-class signing up front in January. Fabinho into Maia. Fabinho again drags it back to Pineda. His ball runs for Maia. Ball over to Hellemons. Now Sidibe, good position, finds Hazard. Pineda out to Sidibe again, who brings it down, puts it in. Boris can't win the header. Fabinho arriving, has found the bottom corner. The keeper dived over the ball there, but Fabinho has dragged us back level. Alaba with the free kick. He's hit the wall. Ball pushed away. Now Boateng. Still on the ball, finds Kimmich. He loses it to Boris. Cook out to Hazard quickly. He can now run at the defence. He's not got the pace he used to have, but it's come to Maia. Now Sidibe through to Pineda. On towards Hazard. Back with Pineda. Maia. Ball looking for that final ball. Pineda instead goes for goal, and he's just flashed that wide of the post. Bayern have started to come back into this game a bit more since we equalised, but here's Bernardo Silva. Still got it. Finds Pineda, who's been all over the place today. In a good way. Müller on the right hand side, finds Lewandowski though for Bayern Munich. This is where they're dangerous on this sort of counter-attack. Ball played back to Sule. Now Hummels finds Diakate. Müller in a good position. Back to Diakate. Lewandowski. Ball runs to Hellemons. All the way back to Mifsud. He's made a couple of saves today. The ball put forward towards Hazard. Boateng down, but Cook picks it up. Bernardo Silva looking for the ball to Hazard, which has come through, and Hazard has given us the lead just before half-time, and Bayern could be heading out of the Champions League at the group stage. Alaba with the free kick, pushes out to Dahoud. Now Akyanak. Dahoud again. Back to Sule. Stark. Hanging onto the ball, but finds Dahoud. Now Lewandowski in a dangerous position. Play to Dahoud again, who's in all of the play at the minute. He's found Kingsley Coman, who has found the back of the net as well, and it is 2-2 with 20 minutes to go. Corner from Bernardo Silva, just a few minutes left. It's in towards Soufashe. Meyer heads it back in. Hellemans is there, back to Soufashe. And the young substitute has turned up in the area to slot the ball past Manuel Neuer and give us a late lead. Well, there's just 30 seconds left as Mifsud plays the ball forward. This would be an incredible win for us, and it could knock Bayern out of the competition if Inter Milan do their job against Legia Warsaw. Here's Soufashe onto Hazard. Sidibe in a good position, trying to see out a perfect response to that PSG defeat. Cook there having a shot blocked. Hellemans missing a header. That really could have been dangerous if Lewandowski had been a bit more alert. But there is the full-time whistle. It's a famous win for us over Bayern Munich. 3-2 at home. It means we've beaten them home and away, and we have almost single-handedly knocked Bayern Munich out of the Champions League. That is not a bad result for a group stage right there. 16 points, 5 wins and a draw. Very well received by us. Well, here is the Champions League draw, and it's going to be a tough one. There's a lot of big teams in the second pot, the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea and Man City all in there. Inter Milan we can't play. We could pull out Benfica though, our former team. Leverkusen, Fiorentina and Dinamo Kiev would all be favourable draws if we could get them. Other big teams still in the pot: Barcelona, Real Madrid, Juventus still in there. The other teams actually not that difficult as far as I'm concerned. So it's all about this draw now. Hopefully we can get an easy one. Inter Milan gets Spurs. So actually if we'd finished second, that might not have been so bad. Here's Benfica. Are we going to play our former team? Instead it's Roma. A nice draw for Benfica there. Fiorentina come out to play Valencia, another of our former teams. Chelsea and Juve, there's a big draw. Arsenal and PSG, that will be a tough one for both teams. City and Monaco, we're taking on Manchester City again. We love to pull out the English teams in these draws. Hopefully we can get another good result against them and put ourselves into the quarter-final to defend our Champions League title. Well, here is the Club World Cup, and we are playing Mexican side Tigre in the semi-final. Nezovic, thankfully, is back in goal after his injury. Fabinho, Pereira, Hellemans and Yilmaz all back in defence, with Soufashe playing in defensive midfield after scoring the winner against Bayern Munich. Cook and Pineda are just ahead of him. Hazard, Mbappe and Boris up front. The team have had a week's rest. They're completely fit except for Nezovic, so I'm expecting a very good result. Well, we are now into the second half. There's yet to be a highlight. We've played the first 40 minutes without having a single shot on goal. Tigre had all of theirs in the first 40 minutes, so you can see the game is completely switched in the second half. With us coming into the game, Tigre not having a shot up to this point, while we've had 5 with 3 on target. But our team is still playing really poor without fashioning a single highlight in the game. We do have a lot of options on the subs bench. I think Thomas Lemar is going to have to come on for Mbappe, but I'm not really sure what to do up front. I could bring Morata on, and I think I might actually have to do that because Boris has been so poor while deputising for Morata that he's going to have to come off. I think Boris may end up getting sold in the January transfer window if I can find a decent striker to come in for him, because he's really not been up to scratch. And here's best Espiqueta. Ball cleared away from his free kick. He tries to put it in again, and once more we clear it away. Pineda just can't find the striker, but here's Peruzzi playing it into Barrios, and Nezovic thankfully claims the ball for us. Pineda's header goes straight back to Tigre with Pizarro. Now Cardoso switches flank to Mina. Barrios over the top looking for Marban. He's in on goal, but Nezovic is there again to make the stop. Robello, just 5 minutes left to play, puts it into Pizarro. Now Mena looking to come at us, loses it to Cook, but has got the ball back again. Fabinho this time wins the ball. Now Cook. I can't believe we've gone this long without scoring. Lemar played in behind. Can he whip the ball in? He holds up play, pulls it to the edge of the area. Cook puts it in low, but it is cleared away. Fabinho over to Soufashe. He finds Castellano into Morata, in on goal, and Morata does score an 88th minute winner for us, and we just need to see this out to put ourselves in the Club World Cup final. Well, there's just 20 seconds left in this semi-final. It looks like we're going to get the job done. There's an offside there. Nezovic will take the kick, but I don't think there's time for it. There's a full-time whistle. We have managed to just squeeze our way into the final. Morata really saving us thanks to that Castellano through ball. And he's put ourselves in with a chance of winning this competition. For the first time in the club's history, I think. Benfica and Valencia have won it in the past, but we are yet to win it. Tigre did actually win it just a couple of years ago, so they're not a pushover team, and we did do well to get through that match, given how tight it was up to the final whistle. Well, there are a couple of changes for this match in the final of the FIFA Club World Cup. We'll be playing Guangzhou Evergrande, who do have a few big names in their team, so they could be a tricky side as we try to win this trophy. I am going to take Boris out. He's still up front from the last game. Morata is going to come in to play in this one with Hazard and Mbappe still on the wings. Pinedo is joined by Sufache in place of Cook, with Nikitovic stepping into defensive midfield. Yilmaz, Pereira, Vallejo and Fabinho the back four. Nezovic getting fitter by the day in goal. I'm expecting us to win this and hopefully winning by a more convincing fashion than we did against Tigre in the semi-finals. Abdenor onto Servi. Now Fernando in midfield finds Vea. Everton Ribeiro. This is such a strong side that they've put together here. Paulinho on the ball. Does come to Sufache. Now Hazard. Looking to take it out wide. He's got players in the middle if he needs them. Cut out by Fernando. Kranjvitter sends the ball to the right with Fabinho. Over the top to Mbappe. He's got Morata in the middle, and Morata gets his second goal of the competition, giving us a lead 25 minutes into this final. Pereira's free kick out to Hazard. He's got the overlap. Kranjvitter on the ball. Now Sufache to Hazard. Ball out to Yilmaz. People in the middle to aim for. Morata's there. Morata gets his second of the final, 2-0. And this is looking a lot easier than the game against Tigre. Free kick from Thomas Lemar in towards Vallejo, but Lucen comes out to claim the ball. He's just hanging on to it. Then throws it out to Everton Ribeiro. Abdenor, who I think played for us at Valencia. I think we actually sold him to this club. Here's Fernando in the middle, forward to Vea, trying to get the ball in behind. Ramirez will clean that up all day. Fabinho can now look to get the ball forward. Morata on a hat-trick, remember. Kranjvitter down the line, finding Mbappe. Morata's in there for that hat-trick. Mbappe puts it in, and Morata's hit the post. So close to a hat-trick in the final. Yilmaz tries to put the ball in. It's cleared by Lovren after Abdenor got the tackle in. Kranjvitter's won it though. He finds Morata and then absolutely crushed by two players there in the box. Paulinho getting the final foul, but Morata will get another chance for his hat-trick from the penalty spot. Morata steps up and Morata's absolutely skied it. How many chances do you want to take that hat-trick? Just 5 minutes left. This final all but secure. It's all about whether Morata can finally get the ball in the back of the net. Mbappe puts it in. Morata's hit the post again. Here's Kranjvitter to Mbappe. Kept out just about and cleared on the line. Lemar tries to put it in, but Lucen claims. Well, this has undoubtedly been Morata's final. He's done everything to try and get that third goal, missing a penalty and hitting the woodwork twice. Really unlucky. He could have had 5 in this final. But as it is, it's going to be a 2-0 win. Just a few seconds left on the clock and it will be another piece of silverware in our trophy cabinet. There's the full-time whistle. A very good performance from the team. Finally turning on the style in this competition after a really poor semi-final. And it means we have won another cup competition, adding it to our trophy cabinet, which is getting bigger by the week. Absolutely sensational stuff from the team up to now. It does mean that I've achieved all of my objectives, except for I think winning the Coupe de la Ligue in France. So I'm definitely going to be looking for jobs in not too long. We've got one more game of this episode though first. You can just see 7 competitions here, finishing runner-up in the Trophée des Champions. But we've already won 2 cup competitions so far this season, and there's another 4 competitions that we could win. So it could be 6 trophies this season if we stay to the end and if we do well. You can see we're already slipping further behind the rest of the league because of these games. Hopefully we'll be able to catch it up in no time in the new year. Well, an interesting message has popped up on my screen following that Club World Cup win, and it is that we have been linked with the Napoli job, which I think is a job I'd definitely be interested in. Napoli, a very good team to be linked with. You can see their history here, definitely a top 4 side in Italy, dropping down as low as 11th in Serie A at the moment. They're apparently a rich team, so hopefully we'd have a bit of transfer budget. They're not actually that far off the European places either, so I think that is a job that I might actually apply for. Other teams in there, Sampdoria in there as well, currently down in 17th place, less interested in them. Augsburg in the Bundesliga, another one, sitting in 13th, 14th, currently down in 18th. I'm not sure I want to take on a relegation threatened team. Utrecht in the Eredivisie, currently in 12th place. Otherwise, not too bothered about the rest of the teams in here, like Cordoba and Den Bosch, who are currently 10th in the Dutch league. Other teams currently looking a bit insecure: Getafe insecure, Mallorca insecure, Roma insecure. Now there is a team that I would be very interested in, currently sitting in 8th place, but that's only 1 point above Napoli, so I'm not sure if that job could also become available sometime soon. I'm very interested in some of these jobs sort of showing up at the moment. Other insecure jobs, there are a few of them. Hoffenheim and Frankfurt also insecure. Stade Rennais in the French league, not too bothered about the other teams down there, but Roma, a team I would be very, very interested in. They did actually win the Serie A in 17-18, have been on a decline ever since, 5th and then 3rd recently. But if this job came up, I would definitely apply for it. I have applied for it in the past and not been given it. So it would be interesting. I certainly would prefer them over Napoli. I think Roma are probably my favourite Italian team. So I'm not sure whether to try and hold out for Roma or apply for Napoli now. Let's have a look. Both sides have rich finances. Not a lot of difference there. If we have a look at the job centre and look at the odds for these jobs, the Napoli job, currently led by Thomas Tuchel, the former Dortmund manager, he's currently in line for that job. So I'm not sure what to do here. I'm not sure whether to apply for the Napoli job. I might throw my hat in the ring and just see if anything comes of it. But I'm really much more interested in the Roma job. I'm not sure I'm ready to leave Monaco in the middle of a season just to go to Napoli. I think it needs to be someone like Roma or one of the Milan clubs. So I might hang on for Roma. I'm going to have a little think about this. I might just get through the next game, which is just in a couple of days' time. I think, 4 days' time. I think I can wait 4 days before applying for the Napoli job. But it'd be really good if that Roma job opened up sometime soon. Well, for this match in the Coupe de la Ligue against Guignon, we are putting out a very strong team. We are still looking to win this competition for the first time if we get the opportunity to stay that long. Guignon shouldn't be much of an opposition for us, and we should get through quite comfortably and finish with a perfect episode. For this one, it is Hazard, Morata and Mbappe up front, with Nikitovic moving upfield with Cook. Soufache playing just behind those two, with Azpilicueta coming in at left back, Hellemans partnering Vallejo, and Fabinho at right back. Hazard with the throw finds Nikitovic. He's got players on the edge of the area who went for goal himself, and Di Gennaro with a good stop. Just 15 minutes left in a game we've totally dominated but failed to get the goal. Here's Morata over to Hazard, and he fires an absolute rocket into the bottom corner to surely win this game for us. We're going to drop from attacking to control to try and see the game out. There's not been an awful lot of activity, and I think that should play in our favour. Just 5 minutes left as Azpilicueta finds Nikitovic. Now Hazard again onto Bernardo Silva. Hazard in with all the action today, and we have our second goal that will guarantee our place in the next round. 2 minutes of added time left. Bernardo Silva on the ball. Hazard still looking to cause trouble. Bernardo Silva out to Azpilicueta. 3 in the box to aim at. It's Lewis Cook on the edge of the area. Back to Azpilicueta. Pulled back to Nikitovic, into Morata, down for Hazard, who has been involved in all 3 goals today, a brace and an assist, forcing us into the next round. Well, there is a full-time whistle, a good 3-0 win in the end. It took a while to get going, but once the first goal went in, the floodgates did open. Hazard turning on the style, and it means we end this episode with another perfect run of results. It's been a little while since we had one, but we're certainly looking good at the moment. 4 straight wins sets us up well for the Coupe de France match and the Coupe de la Ligue quarter-final. We've got a couple of weeks rest now, which will do us good. It also means I have a couple of weeks to think about what we want to do in the job market. You can see the Sevilla job also opening up now. They're currently down in 10th, as are Napoli in Serie A. Roma down in 9th as well, looking very, very insecure, borderline under review at this point. No other big teams under review as far as I'm concerned. Other big teams looking insecure. Villarreal currently down there, but otherwise not anybody that I'm that interested in. It's all about whether I apply for this Napoli job. I'm not sure what I'm going to do at the moment. I might put an application in, I might not. I think the job advert is still there, the managerial position. I could apply for a £1.6 million wage bill, not the highest in the world, but they would be a very interesting team. But this Roma job, if that wasn't there, I'd apply for the Napoli one. But I really think Rafa could be getting sacked from Roma. I'm not sure how long he has been manager. He's been manager for 5.5 years, so it's not guaranteed he will be going anywhere, but hopefully he will be on his way soon. But that is going to be it for this episode. Make sure to drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed seeing us win a brand new competition, and also subscribe if you want to see what happens, which team we end up at next, and whether we do leave Monaco in the next episode. But until next time, see ya.